Welcome to the 47th installment of Toys, Action Figures, and Pop Culture Show, where myself, M3 Reviews, Sardo-numspa82, and today we have Brag45 and Ramrod again. They are the guys that I do the IDW show with, and they're frequently on this show as well. Today we're going to have several topics. If you're watching now in chat, we will talk about the 1988 movie John Carpenter's They Live. That'll be toward the end. So if you're watching this later, you can fast forward if that's what you're here for. If not, sit down and enjoy. But go ahead, guys. How's it going?
What up, gangbangers? Go ahead, Brienne.
No, just doing good.
Yeah. Pack's a racist.
God damn it.
Long story. But as for me, out here living life, not loving these hoes,
Hey, we were just talking. Pat's all worried about offending people and shit like that.
I am not.
Hey, don't worry about offending people, man.
I'm not worried about offending people. Okay, so I'm going to get this out of the way now. We don't usually talk about politics or religion on my channel. There will be no religion speak tonight. But when you talk about They Live, you're going to get into some politics. So we're all respectful with each other. That's what I expect from the chat. That's what I expect from anybody commenting after this show is done with. If you can't be respectful of one another, you will be removed. So,
Rob 38, what's up, Rob? How you doing, sir? Curtis Schultz, what's up?
Hey, Curtis, I had to take the mantle. M3 keeps talking about, but never does it.
Hey, I know, Curtis, we're going to get there, bro. And we're going to have some good shows. Rob 78 as well. We're going to have that conspiracy channel coming up in about a couple years, maybe. Hey, but Rob 78, man, I got to tell you, I really like mingling with Rob. He's a great guy, and he sends me pictures of anytime he goes out walking in the woods, taking pictures. He posts them on Instagram and fucking just has good conversations with me. Always sends me shit on Instagram. I love it. Rob, thank you very much for being cool, bro. Appreciate that, man. But Rob jumped in. What up, Rob? Are you high as fuck, man? I might get high later, bro, but I don't know if Pat's gonna call me a stoner or something.
This is why Curtis Schultz says you should always go Eastern. No, we go Western. We go late night. We are late night people here, bro. We got to weed out the people coming in the day jobs. What's up? We got Fast Eddie in the house. Rob 78.
Graveyard shit only.
What's up, Simple? How you doing, sir?
And Scott McLendon, man. I don't know if he's still here, but Scott McLendon's a good dude as well. I enjoy chatting with him as well. All right, so let's go ahead and get this fired off here. Shall we do? Okay.
First, can I say you got a great background? It looks really cool.
Oh, thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. He said I was a racist, and those are lies. Those are lies. Don't believe what he says. So shall we start out with Poker Face or comic books? What do you think? Who wants to do it?
Comic books, because I don't want to slam anything yet. You said bring your drinks. What up, Big Stan?
We won't. I wanted to do drinks and see who would spit their drink out, but we might run a computer or two. So, hey, John Nada says, "What up and what's happening?"
Big Stan. Big Stan's in the house.
What's good indeed?
Yes.
He's got beers and arms.
Huh?
His little emoji. Beers, arms, and a cool face.
Oh, okay. So, Brag45, I want to talk about a little bit about what we do, the comic books. I want to talk about Prowl's involvement and his evolution through the comics. There's a reason why I want to talk about that is because I was talking to Marcos about it. He didn't really understand how Prowl got involved with certain things, and I think he might be interested in that. And okay. Between you and Sardo, you guys go back and forth, and I'll listen. Go ahead.
Okay.
In Ramrod.
So, Prowl starts out. If you start from Infiltration, when they first started the comic, Prowl was kind of a more boring character. He was still calculated, like he did all the math for everything, but he was kind of just in the background. It was later on in the comic when they decided to really develop his character arc, and they did the prequel stuff. So we saw more of him in Primacy, Monstrosity, Autocracy. What else did they do?
Well, he started out first as a police officer, correct? Kind of.
Yeah. He's part of the officer and intelligence squad, and he served Sentinel and Nova. But that's pretty much all he did, was all the statistics, the math, stuff like that. He was this like strategy and intelligence officer.
He wore the Autobot badge right off the bat.
What's that?
He wore the Autobot badge right off the bat.
Yeah, he was actually part of the Autobots before Optimus claimed the name to Autobots.
All right, okay.
Which was, part of the Senate, part of the police force, stuff like that. He was like your everyday cop, but smarter. After you get past, go ahead, Sardo. You were going to say something.
Oh no, I was going to say. I know. I forget the name of. I always call them sagas. Different arcs in the book. I know in the past he was friends with Chrome Dome back when his name was it Tumblr?
Yeah, that's right.
And they I know they worked some cases together. They were real close before certain things happened.
Yep, I completely forgot about that. Yeah, they were partners, and they were helping to break in on cases. So back when the Senate was in control, it was functionism. So your body decided what you were. So if you were a tank, you were a military bot. If you were like Megatron, a giant drill machine, you were a minor bot. Well, what happened was there was a black market for people to rent other people's bodies. And I forget the term for it, but people would go rent or vacation somebody's body. So if you were a car, you could experience being a flyer for however long. And him and Chrome Dome were breaking the case on who was actually putting people in other people's bodies. So that was an interesting adventure that they were on.
I had brought this topic up because do you believe that there is some sort of similar involvement and character development between him and Megatron?
Yeah, but probably going as the comic goes on, they start heading in opposite directions where Megatron starts coming back to his roots of philosophy. Prowl has never been a philosopher, never believed in the Matrix, never believed in anything that math couldn't prove. So in a sense, he had a mind similar to Shockwave's, except Shockwave had no emotion. Prowl still has emotion and anger, hatred, the whole gamut.
Okay.
Once you get past, go ahead.
Well, no, go ahead. It's all right. I had something on it. Go ahead. You're fine.
So kind of when it gets past like the main story of the war and it starts expanding into more stuff happening on Cybertron and the Lost Light, Prowl starts doing things that are shady, backhanded. Everything is a means to an end. And for him, the end is dismantling the Decepticon cause, whatever it takes.
And, I know Marcos's favorite combiner is Devastator.
Yeah.
How does that take place? Hey, Marcos, you don't know about this. We talked about it. Do you want to hear about it?
Yeah, I do. But can I ask one question? Does Prowl ever meet Tarn?
I don't think he does.
Because
No.
Prowl dies before he gets to?
No. There's no. From what I remember, there's no interaction. I'm sure he knows of the DJD, but They never showed any canon interaction with him. No.
Okay, because I feel like that would be a really good.
Kind of too bad.
That would be a really good if he's like so down to end the Decepticon cause, and even after Megatron does what he does in that storyline, he should. I would feel like he would fucking meet Tarn one day. That's fucking cool.
Maybe.
I don't. That's phase 2. I'm sorry, Brett. That's phase 2, and I don't think they ever really say his fate. Prowl just kind of goes off. I don't think he's with Bumblebee and his crew, is he?
No.
Okay, go ahead.
I mean, he's around, but he's kind of doing his thing behind the scenes. So when they get to Cybertron and they start parting ways, while he stays on Cybertron while Lost Light goes and does their thing. Essentially, he gets brainwashed by one of Bombshell's Cerebro shells, and the Decepticons actually use Prowl to assassinate other Decepticons to cause a stir, and then they merge him with Devastator. And the Constructicons...
Isn't that back when he was working with RC, and RC was kind of, you know, doing some of that wet work?
Yep. Yeah, he even fooled... Well, it's not him. The Decepticons used Prowl to even fool RC. She was sticking by him because she felt like something was off, but still, like, she kind of went with it because there was a point in there that she took down a couple Decepticons without hesitation, but that's also RC in this story.
Well, I just kind of want to introduce him to how he becomes the head, right?
Yeah. So what they do when they merge, Scrapper is already killed, and he was killed by Spike Witwicky on Earth due to some backhandedness where Spike just went out in cold blood, killed Scrapper just to prove that he could take down the Decepticon by himself, and that these robots are nothing compared to
And it was cool
humans.
about that? Oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. I want to hear it.
Yeah. Oh no! I thought. Well, the thing about I think Proud. Yeah, like I said, Proud's whole thing was proving that a small human being can take down a robot of that size, and all that. If I remember right, he killed Scrapper with what was it? Household chemicals, like this mixing together shit.
Yep.
Yeah, actually melted his face and all kinds of stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, he basically makes a very corrosive acid and dumps it right in his face once he's got him down because he uses a crane or something else on a construction site to get him down. And yeah, he kills Scrapper.
I mean, honestly, I was all with him, and I don't know why, some of the Autobots were like shunning him after that because.
Well, it's kind of a separatist thing. Maybe that's not the right word to use. Maybe it's like a Prowl hates humans. That's the best way I can put it. Interspecies hatred.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah, he's got a little bit. He got a little bit of that Megatron in him, just a little bit.
Yeah.
But the thing is, Spike was Prowl was trying to like humans. There's even the back issue where he helped a cop. I think one issue, I forget what over, but he generally helped the cop because they're both lawmen, and he felt a sense of kinship with them. I think Prowl was trying really hard, but I think at that point in time, Megatron was presumed dead. They were stranded on Earth for a time, and they were trying to make a life. And I think he was hurt because he started to really like Spike. And, why would you do that? When you had a man pinned down, why would you kill him when he's defenseless? He's like, Prowl, I don't like your kind. I mean, just keeping it real. I don't like Cybertronians. You're all dangerous. Because a lot of humans don't see the badge. All they see is a machine, an alien machine, and they're all bad. There's no such thing as an Autobots. They're all bad. So Prowl's hatred of Spike is kind of wanted to a degree.
I mean, the Constructicons and all the rest of the Decepticons, it killed a lot of people in New York. And other places. So, I mean, I think it was totally justified, and they should have.
Yeah, I understand where he came from.
Yeah, and it happens after Spike promises he'll play by the Autobots' rules to bring the Decepticons in lawfully. So he went behind their back and he lied to them, and that's what really broke Prowl. So it was all hands, bets are off after that.
And once he merged with Devastator, they already hated Spike for killing Scrapper. And the thing is, Prowl's more like, oh, all right, we combine, guys. Remember, we have a mission. Okay, yeah, let's do it. Combine immediately. Where the hell is Spike? Kill Spike now.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, they actually worked out well.
Wait. Okay, so we kind of like Prowl because he's got that. He thinks he's an Autobot, but he's got a Decepticon heart, right? Kind of, maybe.
Well, he's kind of too analytical and not enough, emotion.
Well, he doesn't believe in the Decepticon cause. He wants more like
independent
bureaucracy. He's a bureaucrat.
Okay, so that's all right. I could dig Prowl after that. Now, who? Because Spike sounds like he's a little bit of a fucking badass. Today's Spike, who would be a good fucking live action movie Spike? John Cena? No. Mark Wahlberg?
He would need dark hair.
Oh, dude, no, John Cena. Stop it, please, no.
No,
respectfully, no.
It popped up in my head, bro. Like, because you know what I mean. Like, who would be a good Spike?
Somebody different. If you look at him in the comic, if you look at him in the comic, I think he's got dark hair and he looks like about 180-pound build, maybe 185, maybe. Does that sound right?
Yeah.
So a military type, very military.
Orlando Bloom. I don't know shit.
Oh, the guy from Pirates of the Caribbean.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah.
Johnny Depp, bro.
Actually,
I'm going there. I was going there. Johnny Depp.
He'd be too old. He'd be too old at this point.
That's cool. All right. So
I can't remember his name.
Prowl mingles with fucking Devastator and shit.
But anyways, Hook becomes the leg where Scrapper was, and Prowl takes his place on top.
Huh.
So you got all of Devastator built up, and then you see like police light things on his shoulder, and the head looks like Devastator's head with Prowl's crest.
Yeah, it's kind of ugly as fuck, but
yep,
I think so.
I thought a little better than Scoop. When Scoop took over, I was kind of over it. I liked Prowl being part of that combination only because it made the Constructicons kind of almost good guys because they were more like, well, you know what, Prowl? Hey, man, you're cool, man. You may be black and white, but your soul your spark is purple and green. Wherever you go, we go. I mean,
yeah, they formed kind of an entourage, and they stuck together through the end of the comic. For that last battle, even.
I think I'm going to vote for Jack Black on my Spike. So,
oh man,
Jack Black.
The guy that played Aragorn in Lord of the Rings, I can't remember his name, but if he was muscled up, like I could see him.
Viggo Mortensen.
Yeah. He's got just the darker hair. You shorten it.
In today's world, they would probably pick who's the guy play Batman now?
I thought that
Pattinson.
Robert Pattinson.
Yeah. In today's world, he probably get the part if he wanted.
Yeah, now that he's had success with Batman, he would fit the role. I would like to see him in something where he's given a chance to actually act, just to see what he can do.
Right.
Actually, hell, Henry Cavill could play Spike.
I can see that.
Right, yeah.
I know he has that goody look to him, but he could do it. I'd love to see him play a bad guy.
Like IW Spike. When you first meet Spike, you think he is every bit that.
Yeah.
And
he did play a bad guy.
Once he pulled that turn.
Yeah.
Okay.
Go ahead, Ramrod.
No, I'm just saying. Wasn't that Mission Impossible that Cavill played a bad guy?
Hell, I don't know.
That was where the mustache came from.
So. Yeah. I think you're right.
Oh, it was.
Yeah, I remember when they put him in Justice League. Yeah, they kind of like digitally kind of remove it, but like this big lump over his lip, like he's always curling it.
Well, but like I said, if this is your first time watching this show, we like to talk about all comic book stuff, action figures, Transformers, toys, and pop culture. So what we do is we talk about the big topic at the very end. The big topic will be the 1988 movie They Live. But the other day we went out and we went to the comic place, and me, Ramrod, and Bragg drove up there, and we was telling some jokes. I was like, you know what? We should tell some jokes on here. So if you're easily offended by certain type jokes, you should probably tune out now, because we're going to tell some jokes and have some drinks. So now, Bragg, where do these jokes come from, sir?
This is just a jokes thread on Reddit, and it came off as just I've never heard this Yo Mama joke, but then below it in the comments, everybody just started a huge string of Yo Mama jokes.
Okay, cool.
So we can go through a few of them that are pretty decent. There's a few in here that are corny, but
so I want to shout this out to Marcos, because he wanted to run his mouth earlier today with me on some mama jokes. So here we go. Let's do some.
All right. Yo Mama's so old, she has a separate entrance for black guys.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
Yo
Reddit.
Mama's so fat, she had to be baptized at SeaWorld.
I've heard that one. I heard that one.
Okay. Yo Mama's so ugly, her birth certificate is an apology letter.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Oh my.
Yo Mama's so ugly, her pictures hanging themselves.
Okay.
Hey,
Let's see.
Key and Peele's Yo Mama jokes, and they talking about her having cancer and shit, and they're like, "Oh man, that's fucking bad."
I could see them doing that. They just end up apologizing to each other.
The first one wins so far. The first one wins so far.
So I have a question. Do you consider that joke racist?
No, because there was a time period where that was a thing, and that's just that's establishing how old the bitch is. So if she has a sign and say, blacks in the back, that's a pretty old bitch. So I mean, I don't find it racist. I find it sad. In fact, it's a truth, but it's funny as fuck because it's funny as fuck. I mean, I'm sorry, that's funny.
Yo Mama's so ugly, she looks like she went bobbing for apples in a deep fat fryer.
Damn. On Saturday, I think.
Damn, that's ugly.
Oh, here we go. Here's a good one. Yo Mama's so fat, they call her Hitler at the strip club because she kept destroying the poles.
Oh, yeah, that's fucked. That's fucked up. But
yeah, so Bragg.
Awesome. Somebody's gonna come out of left field and tackle me.
So this whole thread's on Reddit, right?
Yeah. It is.
Dude, Yo Mama jokes are funny, and the age jokes are hella funny when they go back to like all the way to the dinosaurs and shit. I was trying to think when you were mentioning jokes earlier. I was trying to think of some jokes, man. You met Julio Pack. That motherfucker's got jokes, but he's got the ones where it's a story that lasts about 3 minutes, and they're at the end punchline. They're fucking funny, dude. We're rolling, but we're also smoking weed high as fuck, But,
Julio is the guy. Julio is the guy who collects, right?
Oh no, that's what. I don't think you met Julio.
No, I didn't. Wait,
he was in.
He was at the party.
Yeah. Anyway, he's got some good fucking.
Okay.
He's got some good jokes. But man, I don't have any jokes except for like I can't even think of any right now because I've been drinking. But some of those, like the dumb one is like your mama's so fat when she jumped in the air she got stuck. Your mama's so fat when she packed up she beep 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 beep.
What's the one that made me lose it Saturday, dude? I'm trying to remember.
Your mama's so ugly that when she gives a blowjob, it counts as anal sex.
I like that one.
That's fucked up.
What's up, Rico Bobby?
What's up, Rico Bobby?
You so ugly. Your mom had to feed you with a slingshot.
Yeah, that's in here.
That's over.
Your mama's so fat she got triabetes.
I'm trying to think of, man. Oh, fuck.
Dude, the oral sex one wins it. That's fucked up, dude.
I don't know, man. That first one's still pretty fucking funny.
I
But
mean,
it's so ugly.
I feel like
I'm like, wow.
Remember a bunch of them. He's just holding back.
Oh,
He's
no,
like,
don't hold back.
Not tonight, fellas. No. What made you think of jokes, Pat?
Because we were telling them Saturday. We went to the comic store.
All right.
Yeah. But all right, I think we did enough fucking around.
Okay.
And let's talk about this movie. Man, there's a lot to get to. So we'll go around. First thing, when's the first time you've seen the movie? Ramrod, you go first.
I remember seeing it either late 80s or early 90s. That was probably the first time, and I barely remembered it. And I know I probably seen it one time after that. But the other night when we watched it, yeah, I remembered a few key moments. But other than that, I had forgotten all of it. I forgot how it ended, and I forgot about all the different things that he saw when he put the glasses on. So it was a, and now when you compare it to stuff going on, even nowadays, it kind of gets the conspiracy wheels going.
Right. Curtis Schultz says he's seen it in 1988. That's when it came out. So go ahead, Bragg 45. When's the first time you seen it?
Saturday. I never saw this movie. I'd always heard the quote about kicking ass and chewing bubble gum, and I always thought it was from Duke Nukem. Didn't know it was from this movie.
Well, Sardo, go ahead.
Oh man, it had to be early 90s. When I was a kid. To be fair though, I saw this movie at a young age. I feel like I'm like a fever dream. Like it was never real. I just remember Roddy Piper. Later on was Keith David. I just remember him fighting a black guy in a parking lot for like an hour and a half, something like that as a kid. and then later in life, I saw the movie again. I was like, holy shit, this movie's real. I thought I was just I just dreamt this shit up. Okay. And I was just blown away about how what's the word I'm looking for here? But I mean, it's an 80s movie, but how current with the times it is. It's aged very well.
All right, Marcos, when's the first time you saw this movie?
First time I saw it, I was pretty sure I was in the 4th, 5th, or 6th grade, and my friend Kevin reminded me of, I want to say, I was young, but I don't remember anything. I just remember specific little tiny parts. And that Roddy Rod Piper was the main character, which was fucking pretty cool. The first time I actually got to analyze and realize what was going on was probably when I was about 24, 25. And then again when I was about 44, and then again tonight to watch it. So I've probably seen it a total of 3 times, and then a break in parts back when I was a kid. I never really thought it was cool when I was a kid. I was like, oh, okay, so it's that, but I never really was like, oh my god, this fucking movie's cool. Until I got older, and then as you get older, you start to realize, hey, that could be a fucking thing, So I think I was young when I saw it, but didn't really see it until I was older,
Right. Let's see. Rico Bobe says 88 cult classic, but I haven't watched it in 20 years. So the first time I saw it was probably about a year ago. No, 2 years ago. 2 years ago is the first time I watched it. And I thought I was wrong. I thought it was Magnus Loot Crate who told me about the website that it was on, but I didn't know him yet. Because you can go watch it. There's a website. I don't remember what it is, but you can watch it free on there if you don't have it. But that's the first time I watched it. Do any of y'all know that this movie debuted November 8th, 1988 during a certain function, the presidential election.
No shit.
They had originally said it was going to come out in October or something of that year, but they moved it to November 8th, which is the exact day of the election between Bush and Dukakis that year.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Yep. Go ahead.
You know who Dukakis is?
So the thing is, Keith David, the guy that plays his friend in the movie, that the main actors are Roddy Piper. What's her name? Something Holly. What's her name?
Meg Forster.
Yeah.
Meg Foster. I'm sorry. And
Foster,
Keith David.
Foster.
Yeah, and Keith David. Keith David's on record as saying when that movie came out, it was #1 for 2 weeks straight. This #1. And then all of a sudden it was gone. It was just fucking gone from every theater. He's like, take that from what you will. Now, Briag, why do you think it was gone from theaters like that? Or let me put it this way. Does anybody have an opinion?
So after working at the movie theater, and judging by how quickly they would turn films, if they actually took that film and purposely pushed it back to the week of the presidential election, I would guess that they were probably trying to rush it along and get it out of the theater and get something more entertaining in people's heads past something that would have had any kind of political viewpoints. Because I know I read an interview that John Carpenter did in 2018, and the movie is supposed to be a critique on how capitalism pushed too far becomes fascism, and that's what we're seeing in the film. Well, when you got a booming, thriving capitalist society, you don't want anybody thinking that fascism has a way of coming around, especially coming off the Reagan years and into the Bush years.
Right. I think Reaganism was big then. And John Carpenter's on record as saying that I made this movie as a middle finger to all that. He's on the record as saying that 100%.
Yep. So I would think there was probably pressure in the industry to be like, you know what, we don't want any more attention on this than it is, because who knows? There could have been a lot of things paying to get it either removed, or it just happened to be popular for a couple weeks and then the election happened and then on to something more entertaining. Who knows? We got short attention spans.
It sounds like, somebody probably in, corporate decided they didn't like how popular that was getting.
Yeah.
What was the box? Do we know what the box office fucking money make was on that fucking movie? Ooh, that's a good one. Back in the 80s, if that hit over $600,000, I'd say that was pretty fucking good. But it could not have. There's no way it could have, because it was all the wrestling fans for sure was watching that shit, because Roddy Rowd.
13 million in North America.
How much?
13 million in North America.
Bro, hey, Keith David, he's on record. He was like, we were #1 for 2 weeks straight, and then literally disappeared.
Dude, so did that come out before RoboCop or after RoboCop?
After, I believe.
After RoboCop, okay. So then after that was, say, Sliver or Lethal Weapon.
I'm not sure about that part.
Right. Because Lethal Weapon, I remember. Once I saw Lethal Weapon, I think I was a kid. It was a Christmas movie for me. We rented the VCR, got it. Fucking Nightmare on Elm Street. Was it before that or after that?
Lethal Weapon's 87.
Okay. And what's this one?
88.
88. Holy shit, dude, that's fucking crazy. And 88 was good Transformers time. I think Transformers was already up and running. It was already season 2, 1988.
Oh yeah, because the movie came out in 1986, so they were on season 3.
76.
Transformers was winding down.
Yeah. So I was 12. I was 12 when this movie came out, which puts me in 6th grade, 7th grade, 6th grade, 7th grade. You're 13. Huh.
Okay, so if I look at the top movies of 1988, the biggest one was Who Framed Roger Rabbit.
Later, big fan.
Yes, sir. The champ, Double G.
So if I sort it by the release date, after They Live, here are the movies that came in: Ghost Town, Distant Thunder, Split Decisions, A Cry in the Dark, Iron Eagle 2, Ernest Saves Christmas, which was November 11th. These are all November 11th so far.
People liked it.
Child's Play. That would have been a big one.
Whoa. What did that one make?
33 million.
How much?
33 million.
Okay. Three
So Ernest Saves Christmas got 27 million. So and that's only a week and a half after They Live. So most likely those pushed them out of the theaters.
Damn. Oh yeah. I know Input. Shout out Input likes that fucking Ernest P. Worrell looking shit.
Wow. Oliver and Company, 35 million.
Is that
that's that cartoon with the cat?
Cat? Okay, cat.
Hey, don't be sleeping on movie revenue on cartoons in the 80s, man.
I know.
Some of them were big.
Oh,
big time.
here you go. Here's what killed it. Land Before Time, November 18th.
Oh,
35 million.
Littlefoot. Damn Littlefoot.
John Blue.
Killed They Live.
Yep.
Littlefoot's so powerful.
Yeah.
Hey, what's the one? Baby.
Yeah, those 5 movies came out a week and a half to 2 weeks right after They Live. So that would probably be why it got pushed out of theaters.
Okay. Another fact is those glasses that the glasses that are a big part of the movie. Put the glasses on, see what's really going on. John Carpenter had also had the dude from Big Trouble in Little China, Kurt Russell. Remember when he's in the semi and he has the glasses on?
Yeah.
Those are the same glasses. They just
in the Pork Chop Express.
Yeah.
Yep.
They said they reused all those sunglasses that they had from that for this movie.
Oh,
No
wow.
shit. That's cool.
Got it.
That's cool.
So you said you had some stuff wrote down.
I did. So I watched this movie to get caught up, and there's some funny things, and then there's some things that I was kind of like shit that goes on today. Like, okay, so before he puts the glasses on, right? The glasses are what you can fucking see. Kind of relate in relativity to like conspiracy theory, 5G network, and your the satellite. How there's that satellite that was a little tiny satellite that was up on top of the street light that was like the red and yellow, and it kept on sleep, and then you got your chemtrails when you look up in the sky and there's all these fucking, which are just jet streams going through cold air. I know, but there's that whole conspiracy theory of fucking chemtrails, right? And that's what makes us docile. That's what makes us fucking sleep. That's what makes us not fucking get our third eye open and shit. I get all that. So I think the 5G coming out hits that motherfucking little satellite on top of the fucking street light like hard. I was like, oh shit, that's crazy. And then money is your God. Money is your fucking God. All you got to do is fucking go to work and just stay sleeping and work 8 hours, play 8 hours, sleep 8 hours. That's all they fucking want you to do. So this movie hits a bunch of fucking notes. Oh, my nipples are hard. Dude, it fucking hits crazy, bro. And then what was the other one? Was that, oh, yeah. And then something funny was like, that's like when the first time you saw that old ass lady, she was like in the fucking mirror looking at herself, and he's like, that's like putting perfume on a pig. Fuck yeah, dude. I was tripping. And then, okay, so, and then shout out to the fucking screenwriter that did this fucking movie. He in the bank scene, there was brain splatter. He fucking, right after he said bubblegum, he was fucking splatting brains and shit just before that one fucking made himself invisible and shit. That was pretty cool. Or dematerialized, right? And then, what's that? What I put? The fight scene?
Oh, God, yeah. We're going to have a whole round on the fight scene.
Both of those motherfuckers kicked each other's ass. And the winner was Roddy Piper because he got him to wear the fucking glasses. That was the whole fight purpose. And they fought. It was a good 5-minute segment of the movie. And I saw maybe 1 or 2 mistakes of like fake shit. But other than that, it looked really fucking real. And then they go to get the hotel after. He's like, we want a hotel. Fucking Roddy's got the motherfucking bump over here in Raw. Dude, they fuck each other up. Hey, and then they put bloody knuckles. They got bloody knuckles. They had they fucked each other up, dude. I thought they did good enough.
Yeah, Rowdy had bruises all over his back and stuff from like the backdrop and stuff like that.
I bet for sure. And then after that, then I was like here and there and doing this and that. But that's all that I fucking wrote.
Yeah, you remember when they went to that meeting and they ran into that girl that threw him out of her window, right?
Mm-hmm.
And she was sitting there apologizing for that. And I was thinking, nah, that's all right. He had enough, energy to go whoop up on his friends. So it was no big deal.
Yeah.
So, Sardo, what stuck out in your mind the most? What stuck out the most in your mind, or that you enjoyed the most?
Well, it could, see what Marcus kind of took me on with the whole like 20, 30-minute fight scene. That fight scene lingers, but I will say this. Think about it real hard. I think it's just the fact that once he finds the shades, he's walking around. He sees like the floating little monitor shit, the monitor shit.
Yeah, the whole drone.
And, yeah, and the magazine. You put a computer magazine. 1 page consume, 1 page sleep, 1 page breed, 1 page this. And then, like I said, then going into I always want to know, how did John Nava look like on normal TV? Like, he goes into a bank, like to start start massacring fuckers. I'm like, man, how's he viewed in a public eye? I mean, that'd be kind of interesting to see, like even in today's news, local Florida man does this, local Florida man does that. A lot of people in Florida. Maybe people in Florida are waking up. Just saying. Long story short, the bank scene got me too. That was a good thing.
So I'm thinking I had the opportunity to watch it with somebody that's seen it for the first time, and it was pretty cool because last Saturday, me, Bragg, and Ramrod watched it at his house, and I was like, it was awesome watching the first time reactions from Bragg on the fight scenes, dude. I mean, we're all like, yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Better than any WWE, right?
Yeah. For me, I kept saying that. I was like, better than any wrestling match I've seen in the last 10 years.
Also, unrelated topic, the South Park parody, Jimmy and
Cripple fight.
Yeah, that fight went hard, and it went like almost frame for frame. So I mean, now if you have never seen that movie, you go back and watch that scene, you're like, wow, I get the reference. Okay. You go start eating. You go eat that trash can. Not this year.
Yeah, I'm gonna put on them glasses. I'm gonna make you eat that trash can.
I'm so sorry to interrupt, but I put in the comments that Ghoulies and other movies from this era had titties. There weren't no titties in this fucking movie.
Yes, there were.
Yes, there were.
Yeah. Wait. It hadn't been in the last half hour that I missed?
Yes, it was in the last. It was right after the satellite dish was destroyed.
Damn it!
Yeah.
You didn't watch the whole movie, and you're on this. You didn't watch the whole movie, and you're on this review board.
No, man. I'm telling you, man. It would have been here, man. Titties would have been right here. Damn it!
Also, and to be fair, I won't lie. I always figured too that last scene. See, those aliens, you never wondered if they had any like racial diversity within them. But I swear to God, that was a black alien at the end. The way he said, "What's wrong, baby?" I'm like, that's a black dude. I don't know why it stuck out to me, but this is the way he said, "What's wrong, baby?" I'm like, yeah, that's a black guy. I don't give a shit what he looked like. That if those skinless things had race, he's a black guy.
Kind of makes you wonder: did they go through a class on how to fit in, and they were given a raise?
They probably did.
In a
identity.
Yeah, financial level.
Kind of like jazz. Like tomorrow, all right, you're gonna learn Earth culture. Well,
Yep.
All right. I've been listening to the current fun tunes of the day in the 80s. All right, I like this. My name is Raheem. Yeah, that's me now. What's shaking cats? Hey, baby. So yeah, that was probably his whole gimmick. But once the facade was gone off, he's like, "What's wrong?"
Hey, can I intervene real quick? Because Curtis Schultz is a gangster, correct?
Hey, before you go, Curtis Schultz, everybody, if you don't know who Sardo-numspa82 is, because I got some different people in here, go check out his channel. Give him a sub, man. Subs be clicking, baby.
Subs
go ahead, Marcos.
Okay, so I got to put on my glasses here because I really want to shout out Curtis Schultz. Check it out. Okay, so this is a newspaper clipping, and it coincides with what we're talking about here. He says, retired Army Sergeant Curtis Schultz served proudly from 1994 to 2015 as a heavy construction equipment operator, served in Korea, Germany, Fort Leonard Wood, MO, Schofield Barracks, HI, and Alaska deployment, Saudi Arabia, Bosnia, Iraq. He says, I joined the Army to chew bubblegum and kick butt, but they were all out of bubblegum. And look at his fucking picture. Schultz, bro.
Awesome.
Hey, Curtis Schultz, man, if you want a shout out, you got to get on the show, bro. You got to get on the panel, man.
Hey, Curtis.
You got to quit sleeping on the show.
I know. Hey, is that a dildo you're holding, bro? What is that?
Oh, no.
Curtis. Hey, that's Mr. Schultz, man. Shout out, Curtis. Thanks for your service, bro. You're awesome, man. Awesome.
I'm surprised Tusk isn't in the comments busting my balls. That's one of his favorite movies. You don't know anything about that movie? Everybody loves this movie, dude. This movie is a cult classic for many fucking reasons.
It absolutely is. Just like Poltergeist. Can I get a shout out, Poltergeist?
No.
I love it.
This movie was like hit you right in the 1980s nostalgia. It was so satisfying in that way. Like the movie starts up and I'm watching it. Dude's like homeless. He's wandering. He gets a job at a construction site. And I'm just wondering, is this movie going to take one of those weird twists, or is it going to end up being like what do they call those? Like it's science fiction, but it could be nonfiction because it's so real. But then it twists crazy into these glasses and what's going on. And I was like, yeah, there's the twist.
Well, that's good because
it's called Clowns from Outer Space.
It's called They Live Here, but in Europe, they changed the name of it to Invasion Los Angeles. So Invasion Los Angeles would have taken that from you. You'd have been like, okay, wait a minute, something's going on. But this movie is entitled They Live. It starts out with a drifter, homeless section. If you don't know what the fuck's happening, boom, it's a surprise to you. You know what I mean? Go ahead, Sardo.
I was taking Marcus' approach, like I'm raising my hand. Nah, actually, with the name They Live, and when you first watch the movie, let's say you don't know anything about the movie, you see John Nada walking, tracks and everything. You would assume that maybe They Live is, hey, it could be for the homeless. Hey, they live, because it could show how Reaganism has affected America in that time period. Because I already know that the middle class almost doesn't exist now anyway. So that could be speaking towards that. And if you don't put the alien shit into it, and you just put a hardworking guy who just wants a chance, it could be a whole movie about that if they really want to. I mean, it'd be a little boring and preachy, but they could make the movie about that.
Marcos,
matter of fact,
sorry.
The best example of that to me, I hate to change movies, but it's From Dusk Till Dawn. If anyone's ever seen that movie, where it's a movie about.
We got dirty.
It's a movie.
That stinky pussy. We got
pussy. Movie about gangsters, or
It starts out. A movie about two criminals. Rob banks, kidnap, and all of a sudden, it fucking twists on you.
Yeah, it just came in from the side.
How the fuck did you get? How'd you get that shit? How did we get here? And to me, that's what they live is. How the hell did you get there, man? That's
yeah,
a
because imagine this. Imagine all you've seen is like the poster or something, and you see what they look like. And this is around the same era where they had, The Walking Dead, or not The Walking Dead, but
Night of the Living Dead.
Yeah, The Living Dead, and all those other zombie movies. You think you might be watching a zombie movie? So yeah.
Oh, matter of fact, in that movie, there's a comment. We're talking about violence on TV. They bring up George Romero and John Carpenter, because it was Day of the Dead had just came out. That was his last. That was his '80s zombie movie.
Yeah.
So it's kind of meta when talking about all the violence we're seeing. And I think it's even funnier because he's talking about these rated X movies, these rated R movies, right as the signal breaks, and you see this skeleton alien like talking about him. He's like, "What?" So I thought that was real meta.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. A lot of people think that I'm here to chew. Hold on a second. I'm here to chew bubble gum. Man, why I can't think about it right now? Somebody hit me off with the phrase.
Here to chew bubble
kick
gum.
Ass and chew bubble gum.
Kick ass. I'm all out of bubble gum. A lot of people think that that came out in the movie. He was saying that in WWF back then. Well, it used to be WWF back then. As Roddy Piper says in his own words, WWEFG, whatever the fuck they're calling it now. But yeah, he used that phrase in wrestling too. And do you know in that movie it never says his name. The only way you find out what his name is the credits at the end. It never says his name anywhere in that movie.
It never says Rowdy Rod Piper? Rowdy Rod Piper?
Nope. Or Nada. Well, he's not going to be that in the movie, but no, it never says his name ever. And he's wearing a wedding ring. So he's a character. John Carpenter said, look, I want you to write your own backstory and not tell anybody, and I want you to just use it. So he gave him the green light to do what he needed to do. It was almost like, look, dude, you wrestle, you come up with your own personas, you come up with your own promos. You do that well, you can do this well. So I thought that was pretty cool that he let him have free reign, and he let him have free reign with what he wanted to say when he came into the bank as well. So
shout out to John Carpenter for putting out a good flick. The one that he flopped on was the one where it was like it came out maybe 15 years ago, and he was the guy who plays Gambit was on out in not outer space but on a planet. And who is that? Who plays Gambit in fucking X-Men?
Oh, you talking about John?
You talking about
John
Ghost of Mars?
No, not Ghost Carter. What was it, Ramrod?
John Carter.
Yeah, John Carter. John Carpenter did that, right?
I don't remember if he did that or not.
I don't think so. I don't think he did.
I'm almost positive he did, and I'm pretty sure it was a flop. It was like one of the worst fucking movies that was out during that time, and it had a budget that underdid the budget. What do you think, Ramrod? Check it out, man. I'm pretty sure.
I know movies that he put out that didn't do well were. This is one. I know this the Thing didn't do well at the time. I think Vampires didn't do that great. I mean, most of John Carpenter's movies get better over time. Most of them,
Yeah,
I'm a horror fan at heart, so I like it. Yeah, but I think when it came out, it wasn't that well received. Kind of like Ghost of Mars. Ghost of Mars, I won't lie, I didn't like it at first, but something kind of grew on it. But the sad part about most John Carpenter movies is, if you like them, you watch them, you want more. Even They Live. I wish I knew more, but.
Scarlett Johansson.
I don't see John Carpenter's name on that movie.
No, Ramrod?
Yeah, Andrew Stanton is the one that directed it. I don't know who produced it.
Okay, maybe because it was John Carter, that's why I thought it was John Carpenter. I think I easily mixed up the two. Yeah, I was wrong.
Yeah.
I thought forever. That's what I thought forever until now.
The last one that he did that I remember anyway is Vampires, and You know, I liked it. I mean, I think it came out about the same time as the one you mentioned, Tarantino's movie from Dusk Till Dawn.
Curtis said it was bad. He said it. No,
I liked it. I mean, it wasn't great, but I liked it.
Yeah. Well, like a year ago, it was almost a year ago to this date. Not quite, but me, Big Stan, and the Wild Card did our wrestling shows for the A&E biography. On the Roddy Piper one, he talked about doing this show. So that's what Curtis Schultz is talking about. Yeah.
Yes,
Big Stan and Pack show with the Wild Card. We covered that. And also in that documentary, Roddy Piper is a professional when it comes to fighting and wrestling. Okay. If you watch that documentary, he was kind of a drifter anyway. I do believe he was kicked out of his house. He was homeless for a good while. So this was right up his alley. He knew what he was doing, and he also knows how to take hits, give them, So he was talking in the documentary that when they do these fight scenes, it's all about angles. You can have an angle from a camera and be like 5 feet or whatever from where you need to be, and you can hit. You can make it look like a hit and react the way you need to be, and it looks like a hit. Mm-hmm. He's like, there was one time where Keith David was too close and jacked him right up.
Yeah,
I am really actually nailed him. He's like, that dude hits like a bull. So it's he does talk about in his A&E biography as well doing this movie.
Right on. Obey, conform, consume. That's all you're here for.
Oh.
Okay, so apparently there's some kind of sequel that is a 14-minute short. It's called They Still Live.
No, don't watch it.
Did you watch it? Wasn't that good?
I've seen it. Yeah, don't.
Oh, okay.
Don't conform to it.
Don't conform. Don't obey, but don't obey Pack. Watch it if you want.
Hey, you know what? There you go. Bam. Hey. Bam.
Oh.
Marco,
like I said before,
to add to your
consume all.
To add to your conspiracy list,
obey never.
It's kind of an obvious one, but the aliens can also be the undercover lizard people conspiracy.
Yes.
I mean, that's an obvious one.
I mean, that's what came to mind to me too.
They're draconians. You've seen Jupiter Rising?
I tried, dude. That's got my girl in it.
Mia Kunis.
Yeah, I couldn't watch it.
It's good. It's okay. Yeah, I liked it too. I've seen it 3 times. It's like good visuals, and it puts in like I like when the dragon comes in. He's like fucking one of the guys that is like a hitman. He's a hitman. He's got the wings and shit. But I don't remember anybody's names. But the main guy who's the son, who's like acting like God, fucking. It's good. It's a good storyline. I enjoyed it. It was fine. Jupiter Uprising. That's it. Uprising. Or no, Ascending. Jupiter Ascending.
There you go.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Okay, so we're talking about conspiracies, and one that you mentioned a while ago. I'd like you to tell me what you know about it. The contrails. What supposedly are the contrails doing to us?
So chemtrails are
chemtrails.
The same thing of anything that your body humanly can absorb to make you a certain docileness. There's already experiments to say what chemical makes your brain fucking subdue, right? You could say what do they put you the gas that makes you go under? That's an extreme. Right. So the chemtrails are not that gas, but certain things trigger certain emotions. Vibrations trigger certain emotions. They can also get a chemical that can trigger a certain emotion. So the certain emotion that has been chemically proven to make humans docile is quote unquote X, right? It's whatever they have. Oh, I don't know what it is. But so what they do is they fill up their planes, and they're not planes. These are jumbo jets that fucking fly over. And when they fly over, they're told fucking dump this chemical. And the chemical fucking is like spraying like your crops to make them no insects, right?
Well, the pesticide.
Yeah, and so they do it, and it sprays, and you see it, and you're like, "Oh, look at that! That's a nice fucking trail of fucking steam," But as that shit goes into the atmosphere, it eventually goes into our water. It eventually goes into our breathing system. We eventually consume it, and then the more we consume it, the more we're fucking regular on it. Which is the more we're just regular people. Which everybody has inside of them their pineal gland. The pineal gland is what makes them put their sunglasses on in this movie to see what's actually fucking going on. Well, if you can stop that pineal gland from fucking putting the sunglasses on, and you can, what do they call it? Calcium. It's a calcium that it's just a term, but it's what I'm going to use. They put a calcium chloride over the fucking pineal gland where it never gets to fucking be opened up because it's chemically, or it's solidified and will never open up. You have to rid yourself of all this fucking chemical fucking shit, but you can't. You're drinking the water, it's got fluoride in it. You're using toothpaste, it's got fluoride in it. You got everything that fucking they're using to drop in on our fucking body that we unknowingly are accepting, as well as knowingly alcohol, fucking everything, except for all the natural shit like weed and stuff that opens up this pineal gland, right? So chemtrails are these jets that the government provides, and the government is the lizard people or the fucking alien people that we just watching this shit obey, conform, consume, that are just dropping this shit on us. And we're like, well, fuck, we're screwed from the fucking get-go. We're too little. It's already too late. It's already too late for us. So we have to die, and the earth has to fucking replenish itself to start over again. Maybe. But there's Curtis Schultz. How you like that?
Hey,
Go ahead,
two things. Two things. That whole, controlling people, making them docile. I just want to throw out there that if you're a Firefly fan, that's a story that is integrated in, especially into the movie Serenity. So that might be one if you haven't seen it, you want to watch. But okay, I wanted to point out something, a real life thing that has happened, and you probably know about it. But do you remember when we had leaded gas?
Yeah.
Yes.
And then
Late
they got rid of it.
Late 80s and 90s, early mid 90s, I do believe. I think.
Yeah, you remember they got rid of it? What's his name? Thomas Midgley, the guy that produced that, put it together and said, hey, this is a good, product to remove the knocking out of your, engine, and it runs good, and it's all healthy and stuff, right? Because he'd get up there and breathe it in front of everybody. By the way, he died of that stuff. Well, no, he got sick of it. He got lead poisoning, but I think he died of one of his own contraptions later. But anyway, so as you all know, lead is poisonous to us, and the fact that they put lead in gasoline, and we ran it for years, even though people were telling us, "Hey, lead's poison," that has overall decreased the intelligence of everybody worldwide, and I mean, that stuff is in your bones. So especially us that grew up in the 70s, 60s, 70s, early 80s, you got that in your bones. And
that's why I always feel like shit from 2 to 5.
What's that?
That's why I always feel like shit from 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. every day.
But that's probably it. But anyway, yeah, that's something we're going to be dealing with. Our generation is going to be dealing with, for years, and hopefully, at least we got that gone, but not totally gone. I think they still use it. They said they still use it in planes, and like the, those little prop planes for some reason.
Well, here's the thing that I can iterate on is, like, just because the government took it out and said it's bad for us, maybe it was good for us. Maybe the more of lead that burned into the atmosphere as we're driving our fucking carbon.
That's the whole point of not knowing what you're being told.
Right.
You can't know what's good and what's wrong. It's because we've been lied to so many times. Now, Sardo, I don't know if you have anything you want to add to this discussion, Sardo, and then Briag next. Do you have anything you want to add?
I just found it for the chemtrail aspect. I've heard it before. I do find probably some. Keep in mind this speculation. I probably figured there's a level of truth to that. I can see that, Ronson. You know, the calcified third eye, not being able to see what's in front of you anymore the way you should be. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I believe some truth to that. There's probably more to it, but yeah, I believe some truth to it. That's all.
I don't know if you had, go ahead, Briad. I don't know if you had anything you want to add.
Not really. I always find them fun to read and analyze and talk about. I don't usually take them much beyond that, but I always enjoy reading them.
Mm-hmm. I take it all into consideration, and I just leave it it's in the front of my head. Like everything I fucking come across, everything's in the front of my head. Like I don't put anything past the government to fucking tell me what to do, whether it's honestly this side of the government that I approve of and this side of the government that I don't approve of. I don't approve of any government. Fuck all the governments, and left or right. I choose to whatever I think is fucking going on in my head, and it sucks, but fuck everything except for what your world believes. You know, like I hate all this shit, man.
Well,
I think that. Go ahead.
As we've seen from this movie, it's a lot of it's coming from the corporations because, I mean, and like I was saying,
we're heading into that now. So good segue. Go ahead. We're heading right into that right fucking now. Go ahead.
But Thomas Midgley, the guy that came out with leaded gas, he also came out with Freon, which damaged the ozone, and he would get up there and sit there and huff that stuff and to show people. How harmless it is. And so you get the guy that's doing that knowing that it's poisonous because he wants a profit. So yeah, corporation.
Yeah, I got news for you. I worked on cars my whole life. That motherfucker wasn't actually huffing Freon, bro. If you've ever ingested that stuff, because sometimes it'll spray out. If you don't if you have one of your fittings isn't right and you go on that thing and it puts that pressure, tries to put that pressure on there, it'll spray it right back in your face. And I got news for you. He may have said he was, but he wasn't fucking huffing that shit, dude. I'll tell you that right now. That shit is bad. They went from Freon to R134, but R134 is still toxic as hell too. So, I mean, okay, so that's still toxic as hell, just like everything we have to choose from. Right? Okay. We have a choice every 4 years or whatever to elect somebody. And I say, even though some of us want one person, we agree on one, some people agree on the other. It's basically just choosing between two evils. At the end of the day, you know what I mean? So I won't get into who my preferences are, and I don't want you guys to get into who your preferences are. But when we're talking about corporations, a lot of people throughout time are victims of this. I feel like we're victims of it, and I'm trying to change it. Like all this shit I got behind me. Where do you think that came from? That came from being subjected to it my whole life as a kid. And it's still being integrated into me. Corporates, pre-orders, get this, get the fuck that. After a while, I get older, I'm like, look, I've got to back this down, man, because I almost feel like I'm not in the driver's seat no more. Somebody else is controlling me. You got a company like, sorry, but Hasbro Pulse. I've watched this and chronicalized it. Sometimes they will throw new products out anywhere from 2 to 6 times a week. Okay, stop it. You can only tap into somebody's nostalgia so long before that serotonin and dopamine fucking release doesn't work anymore, right? And they don't know any fucking better. Feed you. It's like I take it as nothing but disrespect. I had a video I did not long ago, and I happened to just send M3 a link to it. And I sent a link because I had some music in there. I thought he'd like it. That I chopped it up good. That's why I sent it. But at the end of it, I threw in a car. All right. And when he saw it, immediately he told me, dude, brought back feels, that brought in that nostalgia. Like I could tell when he had messaged me, it had hit somewhere. And all they're doing is fucking punching us over and over with that shit. I mean, it gets old after a while.
Let me tell you, it's called capitalism, and that's how they can gain. And we could do the same thing if we really wanted to. We could fucking be an entrepreneur and fucking capitalize on the weak.
I could do it right here on this fucking channel. I could fucking try to manipulate everybody to buy my shit, do what I want, follow my fucking links, do all this shit. You can. Like even Roddy Piper said one time on a panel talking about They Live. He's like, when I started working wrestling, I started understanding the manipulation.
Yeah.
The when you see it subconsciously or whatever, you can see it. Do you choose to use it or not? Most people are going to choose every time to use it.
I could capitalize on Curtis Schultz by showing some fucking dick pics, and that boy's all over it, man. I get like $50 out of him real quick.
Hey, you know what, Curtis Schultz? I can't hear him talk about you like that, man. That's fucked up, man.
Curtis likes the penis pics, man.
Now, okay. I don't know if Sardo's here or not. Hold on a second. Just a second. Okay. Yeah. When Sardo comes back, I'm going to have to bust out for a second. But
we're going to bust out.
What the hell? Okay. No, I'm going to have to take a whiz. But I want your guys' honest opinion. Briag45. How do you feel about what I said with the capitalism being hit with all this shit? I almost feel disrespected. It's almost like I'm being treated like I'm not a fucking person that can think for myself and I just need all this shit thrown at me. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get what you're saying. I hate it because we feel like we actually have choices, but our choices are actually been funneled into a certain way. But all in all, you know, I've had a pretty good life. I know I grew up poor and I've made it, but not everyone makes it. Some make it better. You just kind of do the best you can with what you got. And no matter what, I don't think we as a people have much power to change things in a huge drastic moment, but we can at least keep trying to change stuff for our kids and our grandkids and their kids. It's like that old saying, you plant trees whose shade you will never enjoy. And it's the best we can do.
Yeah.
Like what it is.
As we get older, I feel like everybody on here is very respectful of each other. And that's why I feel like we need to show an example to others, because there needs to be a lot of that in the world. There's people just can't get along. I don't care if it's gay or not. We love everybody here. You know what I mean? Everybody's fucking great. Everybody's awesome. And we don't get a lot of, just a second, Marcos, I see you. We don't get a lot of problems with people here. Marcos don't. Sardo don't, and that's good. But at the same time, as you get older, you need to learn from your mistakes. And, I don't feel like being as a mindless drone to a corporation is what I want to do as I get older. I don't think it benefits me at all in my mentality. In fact, I think it sends me the wrong way. Go ahead, Marcos.
Fuck you, Pack. Where's my Shady Bird at? Shady Bird, help me out here. We don't respect nobody up in this bitch. Shady Bird.
That made no sense. I'm about ready to remove him from the fucking stream. Oh my God. Okay, so Jessica Rodriguez says the fight scene where Roddy Piper was trying to get Keith David to wear the shades was pretty good. It was. I mean, we're talking about some other stuff, but that's awesome. It's just like, put the shades on. Put the shades on, bro. Frank was his name. I do believe Frank was. And also, they named him after the screenwriter, whatever. But come to find out, that screenwriter, that Frank guy, at the very beginning, when they're showing the credits, is fake. It's just John Carpenter. John Carpenter did so many of the things. He didn't want to come off as being egotistical, that he was this, and this. That's him. That Frank person does not fucking exist. It's him. And that's who they named Keith David's character after.
Hey, shout out Jessica. What's up, What up, Jessica? Rico Bobby's still here. Curtis Schultz still here.
What the fuck are you talking about? You come in here and talk about Shady, but that made no sense. What the fuck are you talking about?
Shady Bird?
Yeah. What are you talking about?
Tomorrow on Instagram, Shady Bird, when you watch this shit, tell him, fuck you, Pack.
I don't give a damn about Shady Bird. I don't give a damn about fuck you, Pack. I don't give a damn about shit.
Hey.
Fuck that. Okay, so I gotta take a piss. So somebody needs to take it. M3, do you want to do something while I'm gone?
I can.
Yes, please do something. I gotta take a piss.
So, Sardo, I think you would appreciate this, and I don't know how much model kits you guys put together, but I had a friend, Carlo, shout out Carlo, put this together for me, and this is model kit May, and when he put it together, he said it's like a Gundam. It feels like a Gundam, you know. It's pretty posable, but I think she's got a couple face sculpts, and I thought it was pretty cool. She's only about maybe the height of a beer can, but she's got the shield on the side. I think they did really good with it. I thought it was pretty cool. And I can't remember where I got her. I think I got her online, obviously online somewhere. I don't think I saw her at like a toy store or nothing. But I got this one right here, this model kit. Oh, man. And I fucking opened her up. And I wasn't disappointed because I've opened up model kits before where I'm like, that's way too much. And I put them back in a box like this one. But holy shit, man. She looks really fucking good. But her, and this, like my eyes are hella bad. So she comes with these little stickers you got to put certain places, which is, it's not huge, but that's fine. But look how good she looks. I'm talking gorgeous. This thing is immaculate. And I want to put her together so bad, but I'm almost positive I'm going to have Carlo do it for me because the kit involves so many, and I'll be like this is me. I ain't fucking lying, man. It sucks. So I'm like kind of like detoured from model kits, but back 10 years ago, before I turned 40, I swear I could have just no glasses, no contacts, you know, and I could really appreciate that because when I have her, she's gonna be so good. And then Bingo Toys just put out theirs, and I kind of wanted to wait for Bingo Toys because I already pre-ordered 2 of these, and I got the Bingo Toys, or excuse me, I wanted to get the Bingo Toys one, but I got that Bingo Toys Shockwave that I talk shit on. I don't know if I can't buy another Bingo Toys because that Shockwave was so bad.
Oh wow.
But she looks so good, but I don't want to fool myself. And right now, like maybe 5 years ago when I was like, I'll get that. I'm not like, I'll get that anymore. Like I'm running out of fucking space. And if I already got her first, I think she's going to do fine because unless you buy 2 of the wind blades in one for her vehicle mode and one for fucking her mode, I think you're okay with Flame Toys fucking model kit. Like it's going to be fine, you know? So I didn't fuck with that Bingo Toys one.
Got it. Yeah, I've got the Megatron of the Flame Toys. I just haven't even got to start putting it together because I want to do a really high quality paint job on it.
Wait, which Flame Toys do you have?
The Megatron is IDW.
Oh,
Megatron.
You got the kits. They're like the $50 kits you find in the bookstores and stuff.
React.
What?
Are you going to put an Autobot emblem on him?
No.
Thank you.
You know what? Put the Autobot emblem on there just so he can fucking complain, dude.
Well, it's kind of weird. So we actually talked about that.
Like this. Oh, fucking coming, Briag. You're getting it, man. Fuck that.
So there's only one comic where he actually puts the logo on, and I think it's more about traversing the galaxy because at that point in the comics, Decepticons aren't welcome anywhere. And they're having to escort Megatron to a certain place for his trial because he requested it. And by Cybertronian law, he gets to have that. So I think that's why he actually used the Autobot logo, not so much as that he agreed with being an Autobot, because he doesn't. He's got his own philosophy.
Hey, JJB, you're right, man. Real men collect toys, man.
Hey, I'll philosophy on it. Real men do whatever the fuck they want, and they don't let anybody control them.
JJ,
that's what real men do.
And we finger bang, too. 100%, bro.
So
Dude.
you do what you want, and you don't give a fuck about what anybody else thinks about it. And as Marco says, and I do it too, you live in your own world. Now we live in our own world. Doesn't mean you can't be respectful to other people. We are, but I don't give a fuck about what's going on, or that's why I think real men are. Real men just do what they want.
Absolutely. McDJ
is not here. He's on a different stream, bro. Actually, he's sleeping.
He'll be watching later.
Yeah, he's sleeping, bro. Shout out to McDJ.
Yeah, little shout out. Boop.
So, I do want to say this. We'll get back on They Live for a second, but I was talking to Briag and Ramrod about this last weekend, and I think Sardo might be back. Check this out. I don't think Megatron should have taken the Autobot symbol. Okay, there's the next part to this. His actions are correct. I don't think he should have taken the Autobot symbol. I think he should have done exactly what he did. I think he should have brought the Decepticons into what his philosophy was all along the start. Don't change your badge. Change your group.
That's what I'm fucking saying, dude.
Hold on.
Yo, I don't give a fuck about them motherfuckers.
Hey, hold on. You didn't hear me finish. Hold on. All right. Bring your group that is strayed from what it was supposed to be doing. Don't change your symbol. What his thinking was right. Change your group. Get your soldiers back in line to what they need to be fucking doing originally. Because they hold on. You gotta talk squares. Because he just went back to what he originally did. Fuck those bureaucrats. Fuck those Autobots who are trying to repress everybody. Damn it, dude. Sardo, are you there? Are you there, Sardo?
No, he's not. You don't get about the fucking
Ramrod. What do you think?
Yeah, I don't know. I kind of lost interest a lot in Megatron whenever he became the Autobot or put on the Autobot symbol. I was kind of more focused on what everybody else was doing, except for a couple of highlights. But don't want to ruin that for you. But I felt like they didn't know what to do with him. I mean, they needed to move on from him being the bad guy and do something else for a while. But I don't know. Right.
I think the only thing that I think was wrong was just taking that symbol. I don't think his mentality of what he thought was wrong. I don't think he became too far away from what the fuck he originally was.
Yeah.
And that was to
lost his way.
That was to take down these fuckers that were trying to manipulate and trying to automate the fucking workers. And that's what he was good at. And he got away from it. And if you deny that, then you ain't a true Megatron fan. Because that's where he started. Prove me wrong. Prove me wrong. Are we gonna have a Toyota versus fucking Chevy debate? Or are we gonna do it fucking proper?
Okay. All right. What was the turning point that Megatron had that he was like, "Oh, I need to be a
okay"? Briag, tell him.
So I'm trying to remember exactly where it was that Megatron ended up in the Autobot custody for his trial. But even at his trial, he wasn't agreeing with what Autobots were saying.
Wait, okay, so Ravage died, and remember he had the conversation with Ravage.
Briag's talking before that.
Okay, but he didn't. He took the Autobot badge before he talked to Ravage, or after he talked to Ravage?
Way before.
Way before.
Okay.
Was he trying to Ravage to fucking join with him and shit?
No.
Okay.
No, Soundwave sent Ravage to spy on him.
Yeah.
And make sure Megatron didn't actually lose his way.
Right. And what Briag and me have tried to tell you, there's a big gap in the story you don't know. Because what the media did to you, Marcos, was they said, your guy's a fucking Autobot now. They didn't, unless you fucking fleshed out the story, you have no idea what the fuck they meant. Anybody would say what we say all the time. That's not right.
The day that fucking happened, I didn't even finish the story. I threw my fucking phone.
That's the problem. That's the problem. You let them get in your head and you let them think, hey, he's an Autobot now. He never changed his ideals.
I get it. I get what he. Okay, I'll just say thank God for the DJD. Good Lord.
For bad guys, but they still pumped out him.
Bad guys, okay. Good is bad. Hell yes.
So, anyway.
We're smart. We're taking the whole thing about, like, okay, Autobots. The whole thing behind the Autobots they're the policing fucking force, and they have been, and there's so many of them. Ooh, big number. Fuck all you motherfucking Autobots, dude. The Megatron grew up in the pits of fucking motherfuck and got some loyalty motherfuckers behind him. And he said, shit, I'm tired of this motherfucking shit, man.
Yeah, but he became the thing that he was bitching about. So that's the problem. Hey, we were on with Bobby, and Bobby said the same thing. He didn't like the shit either until you read it. He became the thing that he was fucking. He became the thing that he was fucking revolting against.
All right, which is cool. Chevy, Toyota, I get it.
No, there's no Chevy Toyota here. It's Chevy all day.
I know.
Anyway, so
yes, great. So that's perfect. But I love the story, and that's why I lost interest as well. Once that happened, same thing with Transformers. That's why I'm not a G2 guy. Anything after the fucking movie where Megatron became Galvatron, I was like, Gushing Galvatron, shout out Gushing if you're listening. He told me why he respects Galvatron so much. It's because it's still Megatron. It's still him. But they fucking Unicron gave him fucking more power.
So why do you like Unicron so much?
Oh, no. I like Unicron because of the toy. But the movie, I wasn't like, yeah, Unicron. I'm Megatron. And then they changed Megatron into fucking, and I like Optimus Prime. I mean, he's fine.
I think he's doing the right. I think he's doing the right thing. But I think Megatron was doing the right thing in the beginning.
Not Hasbro's Megatron. IDW's Megatron. All the way up fucking game of dumbass fucking front emblem, dude.
I think we lost Sardo for good. Anyway. So we're going to give our final thoughts for the movie. And we'll start with I'll go first. I like the movie a lot. I think we need more things that make us think about our day-to-day life and not to get dragging our feet and become a mindless zombie. That shit makes you not enjoy life. Before you know it, you just didn't realize, hey man, I could have used these 2 hours I take for granted. And I could have done something. You know what I mean? Like a lot of this stuff that goes on just makes you a mindless drone. But anyway, go ahead, Marcos.
I like the movie because it brought back nostalgia. It was hella cool. And it made me at work set my alarm on my phone to make sure I came home right after work and started that motherfucker as fast as I fucking could to watch it, to get updated on it. Because it's that good of a fucking movie to want to talk about it. If it was a dumbass movie, I'd be like, eh. But this one's cool because Rowdy Ralph Piper's in there. His buddy, I know I just don't know his name because he's in hella movies. But he's in fucking Arnold Schwarzenegger, the motherfucking Predator and shit. The first one, huh? Yes, he is.
Who?
Roddy's fucking buddy. What's his name?
Jesse Ventura.
He's in fucking Arnold's first movie, Predator and shit. They're in the forest and shit. He's got the fucking.
His first movie was with Carpenter, though. They Live, or not? They Live. The Thing. Okay.
Oh shit, that too.
Yeah.
Anyway, I honestly give the movie out of rating from that era to everything in my mind probably a good fucking 7 to 9, 7 to 8, 8. It had a good storyline. It brought a lot of. I'll stop talking, but I liked it. I think it was good. I'll never talk shit. There's nothing to talk shit on.
Well, Sardo, it's up to you if you're here. I think he's gone still. Okay, Ramrod, what do you think about the movie?
I liked it. Had good 80s nostalgia. It also, like y'all have been saying, as kind of a reminder to, pay attention to what, the corporate and, government's doing. Make sure that you're not just, like you said, dragging your feet and moving along just as like a, zombie or something like that. Just make decisions for yourself. Make sure the things that you're doing, spending time at, spending money on, make sure it's something that you really want and not something that you just kind of, fell into and just are doing it because you've built a habit of doing it.
Go ahead, Briag.
Just to respond to Curtis Schultz real quick, your Megatron question. We're talking about the 2005 to 2017 comic book series from IDW.
You can't do like a one book. It happens over a period of section through it.
Yes, it's 12 years, man.
Yeah.
Good read. I really loved it because it took me back to the 80s. Just the campiness of what an 80 movies really is. And I enjoy the messages that are done throughout the movie and how it foreshadows what a government can do to you or what any kind of outside influence can do to you. And I like that back in the day, they was putting a twist on it being aliens undercover.
Yes.
It was fun. It was a fun movie.
It was. What you rate it? Number one.
Out of what?
Number wise.
Like a 1 through 10?
Mm-hmm. In that category.
In that category, like what do they want to call that? A thriller sci-fi?
Ooh.
Is that kind of what it would be?
I think I saw this categorized in IMDb as horror. I'm like, it's not horror.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, it could be existential dread.
Sci-fi.
In a way, but sci-fi. So I guess if I would have to compare it to a sci-fi like Back to the Future, and Back to the Future probably being about a 10, 9.5 to a 10, I would say this is a good 7.5 to an 8.
Okay, that's cool.
Like, I enjoyed it. I'd watch it again. Just, it wouldn't be something I'd watch like every 6 months, but every couple of years it'd definitely be something to just watch.
Ooh, can I please say?
No,
hey,
I gotta put my rating in. Go ahead.
Hey, real quick. No, because it'll take us off part. Go ahead.
Hey, quick shout out. Anything by John Carpenter in the 70s and 80s, worth watching.
Okay, cool.
He did well, and when you have a body of work like him, I mean, these guys put in a lot of work, and it needs to be acknowledged. This is a piece in time that should be. I mean, think about it. The stuff that they were talking about in here is still going on, maybe even more prominent now than it was back then. I enjoy movies that were older that discuss things in the future, and I like to watch them and see if it's accurate now. Like the next one I need to finish watching is Johnny Mnemonic, because I think that's supposed to take place in 2019. Ramrod, didn't you tell me there's another movie?
No. Blade Runner, I believe, is the one that supposedly took place in 2019. I think when I looked up the Sprawl series, with Johnny Mnemonic and all that, those books, that they just said near future, post World War III type of timeline. They didn't really give a year.
But no, I mean, I enjoy doing that, and it's almost like, well, I say that movies, the people that say, oh, that's just in a movie, man, they hide it in plain sight. Movies can kind of tell you actually what's going on. It's almost like, hey, let's put it right in front of their face.
Oh, Hollywood, bro. Hey, that's what they're. Sorry.
Yeah, let's put it right in front of their face. They think it's not real, but it's fucking real all the fucking way, and let's laugh at them. Let's look at them.
Hey,
yeah, South Park this thing.
Yeah.
Have you seen that fucking movie, the where the moon gets out of control?
Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask. No, I don't know.
Is that recent movie?
Yeah, Holly Berry.
I haven't watched it yet.
Okay, so it's called Moon. Fuck.
Moonfall or something like that.
Yeah, something. Well, I watched it, and I don't think that the moon, in comparison to the size of the Earth, okay, way out there, maybe has a magnetical fucking something. But as it gets closer, like, what's it got? The Earth is like, dude, I'm fucking way bigger than the fucking moon. You ain't taking none of my shit. But yet the moon comes close all the way till it's scraping a mountain. No fucking way. That movie's so fucking outlandish. It's ridiculous. Ridiculous. But it's good visuals. And it's cool. And they do the whole, okay, so Armageddon was way fucking better. That's more of a fucking realistic fucking thing. Like, they gotta fucking send the nuke to the middle of a fucking comet. But the moon coming down, and it was okay, so I do like the alien substructure. It was moved into our fucking atmosphere gajillions of years ago by a fucking race, and they had this whole fucking thing. That's cool. That's fine. It's actually, that's where the visuals come in, and it's cool. But
I don't know what tangent we're off on, but we're about ready to close this out.
The moon tangent. Y'all brought in this conspiracy shit, Pack.
Hey,
I want to get on a moon tangent. There's a movie, a movie and a sequel about Nazis on the moon.
Nazis in Antarctica, dude. Nazis everywhere, man. It's
Yeah,
I know.
Curtis Schultz. Okay, so man, I didn't want to get out of here before Sardo came back, but Sardo's gone. Sardo, yeah, we're about ready to get out of here.
Sardo, man. Hey, if you come back in, man, we're all gone, bro.
We'll be backstage. But yeah. Well, with that being said, we're gonna go ahead and get out of here. So I definitely give the movie an 8.5, only because it's anybody who's not blinded by. There are a lot of people that don't want to be brought this stuff. They're like, let me just go through walking through life blind. I don't really care. I don't want it. Like Keith David didn't want the glasses, bro.
they want the blue
glasses. He didn't want to be shown. He just wanted to keep going on. The people like that, man, that's not what I'm about. So we're gonna get out of here.
We're all like that. All of us.
No.
Yeah.
When I was younger, I didn't care. Like, I talked to somebody and I told them something like all this stuff that phones do that are bad for us, and they didn't want to hear it. Well, people don't want the stuff that is beloved to them. They want to think that it has any kind of negative effect, and that's being blind. You got to look at everything both sides. So that's what I'm referring to.
It could be positive.
There's positive, but there's negatives too. And just to say that something doesn't have both is wrong.
That's the reason there's a saying called "pick your poison."
Yeah. With that being said, we're gonna get out of here. Peace.